Caesar salad is a very popular menu item that a lot of restaurants will offer. Whether you're ordering it as a side salad, an appetizer, or an entree, not all restaurants make a good Caesar salad. If you go to the store and buy store-bought dressing, it's full of additives, preservatives, seed oils. They don't even use real Parmesan cheese or anchovy. So today I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make all-natural Caesar dressing with just a few ingredients, and it's gonna be the best Caesar salad you ever had in your life. So without further ado, let's get to cooking. So let's talk about the lettuce. Traditionally, you're using romaine. All Caesar salads you're gonna get in any restaurant gonna have romaine lettuce. So what I have here is some romaine already cut up. I washed this like 4 or 5 times, just ran it under cold water, then strained it. Make sure you wash your lettuce. I cannot stress that enough. When you look at this lettuce, especially on romaine hearts, they're rounded. But in Caesar salad though, you have nice square pieces of romaine. So what you actually have to do here, well, you gotta cut the tip off and make it square, is you're gonna cut 2 times. One right down the center like this, quarter turn, you're gonna do it again. And then we're gonna cut these into about 1.5 inch pieces, maybe 1 inch pieces, just down like this. And what that's gonna give you is the perfect size pieces for a Caesar salad. Hope that helps.
Incredible, phenomenal.
What I have here is some crusty bread that I just bought at the grocery store. When you go to the grocery store, try to go to the baking section and get a loaf that they bake there. We don't have all day to be baking bread and stuff, so you can just go ahead and buy it. But get a good quality loaf from the actual bakery at the grocery store. So what we're gonna do to make the croutons, we're just gonna cut this down. I don't need too many, so that's probably about good. We're gonna cut this in half. Now you can make the croutons really any way that you want. But what I like to do, take a garlic clove and you're gonna literally just rub it all over the bread, so it gets a subtle garlic flavor on your croutons. We're gonna take a little bit of melted butter, and you're just gonna go ahead and brush it. I like them to be crispy, but yet still soft. So some people like their croutons to be like, they're just way too crispy, let's put it that way. They break your tooth, they cut your gums. I don't like to do that. When I make croutons, I like it to be crispy on the outside and nice and soft on the inside, so you can actually stab it with a fork. Season with just a little bit of salt and black pepper. So I got the oven preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit on convection. If you don't have convection, just cook it a little longer. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna pop these in here for about 5 to 7 minutes, or until the outside's nice and crispy, the inside's still soft, and then we're gonna cut them into little croutons. So these were in here for exactly 7 minutes. And as you can see, nice and crispy, but still soft on the inside. So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna cut these in half and cut them into croutons, probably about 1/2 inch. This size seems to be good. I usually cut them around this size for Caesar salad. You want them to be able to fit on the fork with the lettuce. I wouldn't cut them any bigger than this. This is about 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch or 1 inch by 1 inch pieces. Now for the Caesar dressing, let's talk about these anchovies. Now, this isn't my preferred brand of anchovy, but it'll do, it's what I could find. So you wanna get the highest quality anchovies you can get when making Caesar dressing. So what we're gonna do here, in a food processor, we're gonna add about 5 of the anchovy fillets right to the food processor, 2 garlic cloves. That third one there is just because the second one's small, don't worry about that. 1 egg yolk. Now what you wanna do, you wanna use the highest quality egg yolk you can find. This is from Vital Farms, pasture raised eggs. Seems to be the only brand I can find that's actually pasture raised. About a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1/4 cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And then usually when I make this, I find that I need the juice of a whole lemon. So we're gonna add the juice of 1 lemon. Maybe start with a 1/2 lemon first, give it a taste, then add the other half. You know, 9 times out of 10, I'm using a whole lemon. So what I have here is some avocado oil. It's about 70 milliliters or 1/3 cup. You know, you can use any neutral oil, grapeseed, avocado, vegetable oil. You don't want the whole thing to be olive oil. So we're gonna use just 70 milliliters of this. I'm gonna turn this on and we're gonna add it into emulsify. Just go ahead and add it nice and slow. All right, so that looks good. Now we're gonna stream in the olive oil until emulsified. We're gonna add about maybe a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and you'll start to see that the dressing will come together. It'll start to thicken up quite a bit. The reason why we don't use olive oil for the whole Caesar dressing is because olive oil is pretty pungent. You probably wouldn't want that flavor to be super in the front. You wanna kinda have it in the background. So that's why we use the neutral oil first, and then we add the olive oil now, just to add that slight little pungent flavor. Now what I like to do here, I like to add a little bit more Parmesan cheese that wasn't blended up before. And then we're gonna season this with a little bit of salt and black pepper. So most restaurants will put grated Parmesan cheese on their Caesar salad. You know, you could do that if you want. I'm not the biggest fan. What I like to do is take the rind of the Parmesan, and I like to make little cubes or little squares. So on the side of the box grater, I just cut them down like this. And if I have to, I can just break them up. But yeah, I just like to cut them into these little shavings like this. All right, she says to use the potato peeler. Let's see. You know, this is why my wife makes the big bucks. Look at that. Use the potato peeler. Makes it a little easier.
You've been using the box the whole time?
Well, the reason why I use the box is because I'm already using it to grate the Parmesan,
Oh, yeah.
you know, so it's already dirty.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't think to do it like this, but this works better. And then, yeah, so like, it depends how big you want these, but I like to just break them down into little half-inch pieces or so. And then we'll just like spread this out on our salad. So what I have here is some boneless, skinless chicken breast. Now, I don't want this to clash with our Caesar dressing, so we're gonna do this very simply. Just a little bit of olive oil, salt, and black pepper. So now we're gonna go outside, we're gonna fire up the grill, we're gonna grill these till they're about 165 degrees Fahrenheit internally, then we're gonna slice them up nice and thin. Now to build this salad, we're gonna start off with a nice amount of our romaine lettuce to the bottom of the plate, followed by a few of our croutons, some shaved Parmesan, a little bit of our grilled chicken. Now we're gonna add as much of our dressing as we want, and some freshly cracked black pepper. And there you have it, that's our beautiful Caesar salad, homemade dressing, croutons, grilled chicken. All right, here we go. I mean, it's just so good. Every time I make this salad, I crave it for days after. This is the second time I've made it this week. It's better than anything you can get at any restaurant that serves Caesar salad. You add a little bit of chicken on top, it's a whole meal. That Caesar dressing's got a ton of umami from the Parmesan and the anchovy. The romaine's nice and crisp and refreshing. Croutons are slightly crispy, soft on the inside, nice garlic flavor on it. Hands down, this salad is a 10 out of 10. If you guys really end up trying it, I know you'll love it. If you enjoyed this video or you learned something, give me a like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.